Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. And inch by inch and row by row, someone blessed these seeds I sowed, and someone warmed them from below till the rains come tumbling down.
We're back out on the ranch. This is south of the little town I live in. And this is a little, what they call dams in South Dakota. In other places they'd call it a farm pond, or they're all over the place. And this one happens to be completely filled with bass. And we had to come down here for other reasons, and we decided to wet a hook. And the sun is right in my eyes. But it's a very peaceful place down here. There's a long way. It's in the middle of nowhere in eastern South Dakota. We're a long ways away from anything right now. And it's very peaceful, very nice. And last year we caught enough bass in here to put it in our freezer so that we had fish all winter. This year we haven't been so diligent about coming out and catching them. You see, it gets this moss, if you can see it. And the stuff, you know, it's not really indigenous, if you will, to this area. I don't know if you can see it or not, but and it slowly fills upon them. So you gotta use hookless, you know, weedless hooks, weedless lures in order to catch them. And you just drag it right through the grass, and they'll whale it. I'm just sitting here having a beer. Marilyn's fishing, and she's already caught 2 nice ones. We're going to have them tonight with all kinds of stuff we just took out of the garden. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you. And way over there was, if you watch that, one of those last videos I made, over in that far woods over there is where we cut our firewood. So it's really nice here today. It's been beautiful. We've had a great month of August. Way cool, cooler than ordinary, and just beautiful. Real perfect. So I feel real fortunate about that. Of course, I had paid for it by all the rain this spring and early, you know, late snowstorms and stuff. But anyway, I just thought I'd shoot this and see if I can't tuck it into an update or something. See you guys. Thanks. Ooh, that's a nice fish, though.
Pan fryer.
Yeah, a couple of those apiece. Some fried cabbage, a few beet greens, a few beets, a nice salad, and we'll be golden. But you're going to have to clean these fish. I'll get everything else going on.
I want that in writing.
You got it. See, I told you right after that sun got below the hill.
It'll have nothing to do with the bait.
No. Yeah, hi guys. I had told you I was going to tear all that stuff out of this pond, and I did. Looks rather stark right now, but like I had mentioned, things are winding down. I've finally tackled this wood pile over here to make room. We'll be cutting wood soon, and a lot of it will come in here. But and my wood shed, I don't know where I'm going to put all the wood really, but the wood shed, if you can see in there, is just about filled. I got this whole center row coming down through here, and it'll only hold, you know, like a little less than 2 quart. So, but once that's filled, that's a lot of wood. Garden's winding down. I have grasshoppers in my tomatoes, and it sucks. So I'm just picking them up as soon as if they get pretty ripe and the grasshoppers haven't got into them. I'm letting them ripen up on my dining room table and then canning them from there. I'm making wood ash from my raised beds this fall. I didn't have enough, and I'm gonna burn a lot of wood here and this just for the hell of it, and then I'll take the ashes and spread them on the top of my raised beds this fall. Let the rain take that stuff to go down through. And all this stuff, you know, shortly the only thing that's going to be left in here is flowers and Brussels sprouts. Have picked the tomatoes like crazy. And you can see we gave them a major haircut because it was so heavy you couldn't, after that rain crushed everything, it was so heavy that you couldn't get at them. Decided to let the beets go a little bit longer. I'm going to make pickle beets with them. These are the new peas that have come up. They're doing well. It'd be great if we just keep hanging on to this cool weather like this. It's beautiful. But it kind of makes you think about fall and snowballing. I come over here this morning, it was cold, chilly. And I start, you know, all my senses go towards survival and getting things buckled down before the snows come. This is that last row of beans I planted after all the spinach. Well, you see, there's still spinach here too. Now I'll cut this again. And I mean not spinach, lettuce, excuse me, and then I'll give it to the chickens, or maybe I'll make a salad tonight. But it's all winding down. The corn is all picked. We ended up with about 4.5 bushels. Plenty by the time I froze it. I didn't can any, I just froze it. It tastes better frozen to me, but I just worry about losing the freezers for any length of time. Or forever. One or the other. This has been my salad garden. Every time I've walked by this for the last 3 weeks, I've eaten a half a dozen cherry tomatoes. Only things left in here now are carrots, flowers, onions over there, and the tomatoes, the aromas. I just can't, I have no idea how many aromas we've taken out of here. A lot. And again, flowers. I still froze a lot of summer squash and zucchini, which I just learned about doing that this year. And for those of you who've never done it, just cut it in like 3/4 inch slices and spread them out on tinfoil and freeze them separately. And boy, you blanch them for 3 minutes, spread it out on tinfoil, freeze them like that on a cookie sheet or whatever, and then just throw them in a bag, whatever you want for a serving. And I actually just took mine and cooked them in the bag. Dropped the bag in boiling water for 15 minutes, took it out, and honest to God, they tasted just like I just cut them that day. Now we'll see what happens come, come this fall, after they've been in the freezer for a little while. But if things are really winding down, my concern has shifted strongly towards firewood. And I have enough firewood to last all winter, but I'm cutting now for next fall. And the weather's cooling down nice. Here's a giant zucchini.